Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. There's a month before Christmas. We're in York, and this is the world-famous Barbican Theatre. It can mean only one thing. It's time for the televised stages of this year's Mr. Q UK Championship. Please welcome last year's European Masters champion, one of the most exciting young Chinese players on the circuit. 2 quarterfinals this season, and this is his first appearance in the last 32 of the UK champs. So come on, York, give it up for Zhengyi. And now to a man twice his opponent's age. The years are advancing, the hairline is receding, but the talent remains, as he proved with his 25th ranking title at the British Open last month. The one and only Mark J. Williams. On table 1, here comes a 3-time UK champion and last year's runner-up. A 14-time ranking event winner whose achievements have sparked a generation of players and fans back home in China. Enter the Dragon, Zhengyi. And finally, to last season's Player of the Year. He produced his break-building best in Bolton this month to produce a second Champion of Champions title. And what a comeback 12 months ago to land the big one here. Here comes the reigning, defending UK champion, Mark the Pistol Allen.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to like of imitation. This skin cuts into the reservation. Free funk, the pistol that you pay for. This pump, the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement.
A very good afternoon. Welcome to the York Barbican and the opening day of the UK Championship. Mark Williams up against Zhengyi. And it's Mark Williams to get us underway. Twice a champion of this great tournament, second only to the World Championship in terms of importance on the ranking calendar. Zhengyi, who of course stunned the snooker world last year when he defeated Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Can you please all adjust your earpieces slightly?
To win the European Masters.
Thank you.
Best of 11 frames, first to 6 to go through to the round of 16. Just 32 players here at the venue, of course, the 2 tables in use throughout the first 8 days of competition before the best of 19 frame final a week tomorrow. And it's a very good afternoon to double ranking event titleist Dominic Dale. Hi, Dom.
Good afternoon, Phil. A very good afternoon, everybody. Looking forward to this match. Mark Williams, victorious in the British Open, his 25th ranking event just a few months ago. His form coming into this year's UK Championship hasn't been particularly good, but I think, as some of the older players will tell you, they saved their very best for the biggest events, and this, my goodness me, is one of the biggest events we have on the tournament calendar, second only to the UK Championships, to the World Championships, I beg your pardon. Fan Zhengyi's performances this season have been a little bit up and down, had some good wins, and certainly in the qualifiers came through a couple of tough matches. Good start, essential though, in these big events in front of the TV cameras. Excellent safety shot there from Mark Williams, finding the bulk cushion with the cue ball. And that could be a key factor today, I think, as to who prevails. Mark's overall tablecraft could end up being quite a deciding factor, I feel.
Yes, this is the third meeting. Williams having beaten Fan this season on his way to that British Open title that Dom was referring to, and their only previous encounter prior to that, the German Masters in 2019, which was a 5-3 win for Williams. This, of course, is over the longer distance of best of 11, first to 6.
Long way short of pace there with the cue ball, Mark Williams. So first decent opportunity here for Fan Zhengyi. Has a red to the right corner, but positionally won't be easy to get onto a colour from it.
One.
Always need a little bit of luck with a shot like that. Now, is there a gap through to the pink to the right centre? I think there is, but it's not straightforward. It can be missed. Played that very confidently.
7.
And that could settle any early nerves for Fan Zhengyi. Good chance this to create quite a decent lead in this first frame.
It was one of the more remarkable performances in the history of this game. His victory to win the European Masters, beating O'Sullivan in the final. He started that tournament ranked at 80 in the world. He beat Kyron Wilson, Yan Bingtao, Dave Gilbert, Graham Dott. He was a 750 to 1 outsider at the outset. And to defeat O'Sullivan over the best of 19 frames to win it
30.
really did seal an extraordinary tournament for him. And the challenge now, of course, is to try and recapture that sort of form on a consistent basis. Currently ranked at 33 in the world. 29 is his highest earlier this year.
$14.
Yes, been a little inconsistent this season. Just made the 4 centuries. Mark Williams has made 24 centuries this season. A lot of those came, of course, in his victory in the British Open. Cues very heavily over his left eye. Fan was probably wanting to be on the red, just below the pink there. I don't know if he can still get through to it, but there may be a gap through to another one.
$20.
And this time the red below the pink is available. And that just frees the pink up a little more, because the black is certainly out of commission to the right corner and not easy to get onto into the left corner. Although it may be available just.
$32. $33.
Fan is here at the Barbican, courtesy of qualifying victories over Martin Gould, the former German Masters champion, and a thriller with Michael White, which went to a decider, a frame he dominated to get the job done. He'd only won 2 other matches prior to this tournament this season.
$38.
Just finished a little straight on this red to the right corner. Could screw back directly for the pink into the left corner, or he could screw back a foot or so and maybe play for the black into the same pocket, the left corner.
$39.
Well, he really got hold of the cue ball there. He's a little higher than he would have liked on the blue. So a difficult positional shot to play here for Fan Zhengyi. Decided to play the yellow instead.
These players are in the top half of the round of 32 draw. The winner to play either Kyron Wilson or Jamie Clark, another qualifier, of course, who do battle this evening. Clark, who beat Williams in the first round last year when Williams was, shall we say, a little under the weather. We'll leave it at that.
31.
An eventful
Mark Williams,
shot.
4.
Looks as though it might just stay above ground, but no joy for Fan. So a 37-point lead in this opening frame.
Amazing fluke there from Mark Williams. Played the bold shot choice by attempting the double, but he'll be delighted that the red has found the left corner. Is he on the brown? It's a little bit close to his work, perhaps. The only obvious red he could play for is the red below the pink into the right corner. But can he get onto it from the brown? Has the angle, but this is tricky.
Fine. Six.
Well, that certainly opens things up for Mark Williams now, because the two reds just next to the pink have become available.
Williams predictably has a great overall pedigree in the UK Championship. Of course, he won it for the first time in 1999, beat Matthew Stevens, regained it against Ken Doherty in 2002. He's also been twice a runner-up to John Higgins, but he's not been to the quarterfinals for 7 years. So we'll feel as though he's due a deep run here.
12.
He's just left himself high on the black here, so he'll be nudging into the red that's next to it. Can he judge the cannon well? No, he can't. The red's just gone too far. It's blocked the path to the right corner because it's just nestled against that other red. So, well, he's back in the frame. He's 18 points behind. The red that's next to the pink will still pot into the right centre, but it's a risk.
Mark Williams, 19.
I don't know if the red that's closest to the pink there will pot into this left corner, but if it will go, there's a chance here for Fan to attempt it as a shot to nothing. The red that's right in our picture will also pot, but it's a lot more difficult.
One.
pure piece of cueing that was, very much Williams' hallmark. Wonderful long pot to get himself back in. Looking to just further evaporate this modest deficit.
Yeah, absolutely, Phil, and that was a superbly judged cannon. Could leave himself high on the black here to bring the two difficult reds into play.
9.
Key to this first frame could hinge on this very shot.
No joy with the cannon, so the break ends, but just 2 points now between them with 43 still available.
And this is awkward for Mark, because if he just runs off the red that he's closest to, leaves a cue ball in bulk, he could easily leave the other red on for a pot. So that's why he's just going to tap up to this red.
Mark Williams, 16.
Well, this is a good opportunity for Fan to try and leave a cue ball somewhere near the jaws of the yellow pocket. Could even snooker Mark Williams if he pushes this red over far enough. Well, it's still useful, unless there is a gap between the blue and the pink for Mark Williams to attempt the straightest red, and, well, there certainly is a gap. That's a mistake from Fan. But nevertheless, this is a tough red.
One.
So a clear opportunity for the former
7.
European Masters champion to get this first frame on the board, having sunk the long red.
Eight.
He's going to need up to the brown to clinch the frame.
Oh, he'll be so disappointed with the outcome of that. Had a lot of room to play with. He created the perfect angle, just didn't hit it hard enough. So still life in this first frame. 17 points the lead, but it's far from decisive. This yellow will cut in, but is it too risky?
Zhengyi, 15.
A decent safety to finish from Fan, but disappointment nonetheless. He couldn't quite kill the frame off at that visit. Williams delighted to be back at the table with a chance to pinch it.
Very good escape from Mark Williams. Been delighted that the blue didn't find a cushion somewhere. Still a yellow ball frame, you feel, if either player gets an opportunity on it. You'd expect them to go on and win the frame. Very well played. Safety shot from Fan. Snookering Mark Williams on the yellow. Awkward queuing over the black. The green would be in the way too. Come off this right-hand side cushion. The blue would be in the way as well. Now, there may appear to be a gap there, but I don't think there is. Well, Phil, does that yellow pass the green? I think it may, you know.
17 Fan's advantage. The equation remains the same. He needs up to the brown to clinch it.
He may be able to pot the yellow off the green, but the problem is, where does the green go? Does it go safe, or does it rebound off that bottom jaw of the middle pocket as we look and into a potable position, I wonder?
Still life in this frame.
Fan Zhengyi, 2.
Well, I think there's a gap through for Mark Williams to attempt this green. He may have to attempt it because I think in this particular instance the safety shot could be more difficult than the pot.
If Fan pots the green, the best Williams can do is tie the frame.
Early signs are that the speed of the cushions is rather slow. Cue ball not rebounding too quickly from them. The cushions may play a little quicker during the course of play, but has caught Mark Williams out a couple of times already in this frame.
So a further opportunity for Fan to put this lengthy opening frame to bed. Green and brown to make sure.
Three.
And I think he'll be relieved because it's one of those frames which he's been in charge of for the lion's share of it, but it could have slipped away. Had the initial chance
7.
when he failed to get prime position on the final yellow, but it would appear not to have been expensive.
Twelve. Zhengyi, 12. And a frame.
The pink stays out, but that's academic. So Fan Zhengyi has got the job done on the colours to take the opening frame. The world number 33 leads the 2 times UK champion Mark Williams by 1-0.
Thank you. The second frame. Zhengyi to break.
Tatiana Woollaston, our referee, announcing frame number 2 of a possible 11. First to 6 to go through
Quickly as
to
you
the
can,
round of
please.
16 here at the UK Championship, and a meeting with either Kyron Wilson or Jamie Clark. Fan Zhengyi with the first frame, which he won on the brown. In this, their third meeting, Mark Williams having won the previous 2, and he'll hope that the fact that he beat his opponent today on his way to his 25th ranking title, the British Open earlier this season, will be a good omen for him.
Unconventional break-off, but it's beneficial now because with that red being in bulk, it's rather risky to try and return the cue ball to a similar position. And that's rather dictated the shot choice of Mark Williams there, but well, it's safe-ish. The red that's near the yellow can be potted. Can Mark Williams see enough of this red to take it on?
Not the result Fan was hoping for, not just missing the red, but seeing it fly across the top rail and into a potable position for Williams, so an early chance to get in and hit straight back.
One.
Williams became the second oldest winner of a ranking event in claiming that British Open in Cheltenham this season, but cue ball's run too far, so end of break already, it would seem.
Mark Williams, 1.
Another mistake from Mark. Just tried to float that red in. Played it with a little bit of side spin on the cue ball, which probably just threw the cue ball off its course and caused the error, but I don't think he's left the red on. I think that cue ball's so close to the black it can't be potted.
Leave as quiet as you can, please. Thank you.
Some hubbub from the neighbouring table with Zhengyi having just produced a clearance to steal frame 2 on the black against the defending champion, Mark Allen. Of course, that's a rerun of last year's final. Allen won 10-7 from 6-1 down.
Difficult to play a safety shot down this right-hand half of the table because of where the yellow is. I wonder if that's a touching ball. Goodness only knows what that din was, but I think it caught everyone by surprise in the arena anyway.
On we go. Quite a cagey opening to this match. I think it was important from fans' point of view that he won that opening frame, having been in charge of it for most of the frame. Williams might have pinched it right at the last, and that would have been an early setback for the qualifier, but he got himself over the line. Williams trying to get something going early in the second frame. Oh dear. It was a very difficult pot that Williams was attempting. He actually hit the wrong side of the red, and it's an easy start of a fan.
Yes, I think it was a pot that Mark had to take on. Wasn't easy, and I think he's been very unlucky to have left this red on the way he has done. Good chance, this. Oh, but not with a positional shot like that. Fan will be bitterly disappointed not to be on the black there. And what a chance he would have had he been on it. Mark Williams' choice of shoe there, very extravagant. Rather extrovert for Mark, I feel. Very expensive looking.
And Zhengyi 1.
Williams hasn't quite settled into this match as yet. Safety error this time. But what's the damage?
Well, this red's on, but there's a lot of pressure on this. Not surprised that Fan just needs a little more time to compose himself. This is a big shot here.
One.
Yes, these cushions are playing rather slowly at the beginning of this match, it has to be said. The players are having to play a lot of their shots at pace just to get the cue ball around the table for good position.
Six. And Zhengyi 6.
Well, that's a surprise. And already a couple of opportunities have come and gone for Fan in this second frame. With only 7 points to show, worse for him. A good in for Williams.
1.
Not one he's had to earn.
Yes, and Mark Williams, like all great champions, will recognise the importance now of capitalising from that mistake. And if he can do, it'll put Fan under a bit of pressure, but that's not the best positional shot from Mark. That's a choice of reds to right centre, right corner, but needs to be careful with his position here.
9.
Oh, judged it well.
16. Seventy.
Cannon on that secondary red hasn't done Mark Williams any favours. Cut back on the blue. Not too straightforward, but positionally has a big problem here, Mark Williams. Brown is in his way a little. Green potentially so. Yeah, now where's this cue ball going to finish? Wow, anywhere but there. Little unlucky in the end.
22.
Still has a choice of pots to either bulk pocket, but he was hoping for something a lot easier. Oh, it's the last thing Mark Williams wanted to see.
20.
Got so close to the pot, it's remained near the pocket, and another chance here for Fan Zhengyi.
Camera shot was good. The execution from Fan, less so. It's already had a hatful of chances in this frame, but has got very little to show for them. Another chance for Williams.
1.
I think Mark played for the pink there, but has just screwed the cue ball across too far to play it, so has to take the cue ball in and out of bulk here. No. Very inauspicious start this from Mark Williams. A number of mistakes. Hasn't settled yet. Hasn't got used to the table either, really.
Mark Williams, 6.
Williams is sitting pretty as regards the upcoming Players Series events, the World Grand Prix of the top 32 on the one-year list. Players Championship for the top 16, and then of course the Tour Championship, which features 12 players this season. Williams currently in third place, mainly due to that triumph in Cheltenham at the British Open. Judd Trump is the runaway leader, of course, having won 3 consecutive ranking events this season. 5 finals in all for Trump. Zhang Anda, what a revelation he's been this season. Runner-up to Trump at the English Open, and then of course Victor in Tianjin in the International Championship. He's in second spot.
much too thin, and the ricochet from the draw of the centre pocket has given Mark an opportunity, but again, not easy to get onto the black.
One.
No, the Reddy's cannon does block the pocket, but can he get through to the pink, I wonder?
Green ball. Mark Williams, 1.
Catching the pink was obviously not part of the plan for Fan, who, although he leads 1-0, I think will be a little concerned at some of the mistakes he's making. 3 clear scoring opportunities early in this frame came to nothing.
One.
Well, Mark Williams' pot success before that one went in was a lowly 71%. And he hasn't controlled the cue ball well there either. Wanted to be on the black and isn't. So maybe he has to play another safety shot again here. Can he try and get the cue ball in behind the brown, I wonder? Could take the long straight blue on, but does he have the confidence to attempt it?
Mark Williams, 1.
Williams' scoring has been outstanding this season. He's made 24 centuries. He's second on the list in that regard. Judd Trump, mind you, has made 46. Extraordinary tally so early in the season, and that's sweetly struck from Williams as he looks to get something going in the way of a break in this match.
That was a good pot
8.
from Mark Williams. He stayed very still on the shot. That was a test of cueing. Highest break so far in this match, just 22 from Mark. He'll be looking to make more here, though.
No.
Far from ideal. He didn't quite pot that red as cleanly as he wanted. When that happens, position can be compromised as it has been there. 33 the lead, but still 59 available. He's done well. That was not easy, being so close to the blue with his cueing.
14.
Needs another good one, though.
$15.
That could have certainly finished better for Mark. He's still a little perplexed, I feel, by the speed of the cushions. Not easy having to keep pulling out good pots, but he's found another one there. So just needs this red now
20.
to be safe, barring snookers.
21.
And Fan will look back on a couple of pretty good-looking opportunities very early in this frame when Williams had yet to settle. But he's engineered this frame-winning contribution very nicely, Williams.
28.
Landed awkwardly on the blue, that could have gone wrong, and then the red with the rest was also good. Oh, but he's missed that red.
Mark Williams, 28.
There's only 43
And
left, but Fan Zhengyi concedes nonetheless. So Mark Williams, without finding his usual fluency so far, will be happy nonetheless to have claimed the second frame and in the process level the match at 1 frame all.
Thank you. Thank you. The third frame. Mark Williams to break.
So Mark Williams has levelled at 1 frame apiece. His highest break so far a modest 28, but it was an important run just now to clinch the frame. A couple of excellent retrieving pots to keep the break going. But you could see from his expression there as he returns to his chair that he wasn't thrilled with the break off. Bringing a red up the table into a potable position.
I wonder if there's a chance of a double here for Mark Williams on this red. He's attempted it. Oh, it's just gone astray and it's caught the bottom jaw, which is what a player never likes to see happen. That's why it's been left as an easy pot for his opponent. Good chance this at the beginning of the third frame for Fan. Pot success of just 81%. Mark Williams is 74%, so both these players will be looking to increase their standard of play.
Fan lost in qualifying in the UK Championship last season to Matthew Stevens. Claimed the World Under-21 title, which enabled him to win a 2-year professional card back in 2017. Practices at Victoria's Academy in Sheffield.
7.
Well, if he takes the black on, he'll be hoping to be on a red to the right centre or right corner because of where the pink is. He may have been better off playing the pink there, Fan, because it's rather blocking that left-hand corner.
14.
I don't think he's on anything here.
Zhengyi, 14.
The applause is for Zhengyi, who's just won back-to-back frames to lead the man who denied him a 4th UK title 12 months ago, Mark Allen, by 2 frames to 1.
Quiet as you can, please.
The highest break of this match remains Fan's 41 in the opening frame, which ended when he attempted a thin plant and went in off. Can Williams slot this long-range red in? Oh, it's beautifully done. Now, is this the moment that Williams starts to fire in the break building stakes? That was a superb opener.
Eight. Nine.
Choice of pink or black here. If you played the pink, Mark Williams, I'm sure he'd take the cue ball into that pack of reds and develop a few more, but cue ball could finish anywhere. He'd have more control with the black to play for a choice of the loose reds. Well, if he does play into the cluster here, this could go wrong. And it has. Now, he needs a bit of luck. I think this red's going to run too far. It has. Now, is there a plant on somewhere? End of break if there isn't.
Mark Williams, 15.
It's a bit of a struggle for both players at the moment to find any fluency. This is a real test of cueing. Oh. Got pretty close in 2 pockets, but no joy.
You could see Fan Zhengyi's set up there, cued very heavily over his left eye. Another long-range attempt from Mark Williams has gone astray. But I think he's played the cue ball into a position of safety there. There may be a risky plant to the right centre, but that's about all.
Applause for a terrific snooker from Fan.
Chance again here for Fan to get that cue ball in behind the brown using 3 or 4 cushions. He shouldn't be far away. There's Mark looking at a potential plant here into the right centre pocket. The 2 reds just at the bottom of that little group there. You can see them. They're offset slightly. It has to be made. Surely this is too risky, isn't it? Wow, where's the red going to finish? I think this is cuttable.
One.
Play for a choice of reds into the right centre, but has overscrewed the cue ball. The red that's next to the pink is potable, but it's very tricky.
Fan Zhengyi, 4.
This match remains a bit of a battle in the relatively early stages. Frame 3 of a possible 11. Neither player at the moment able to get in and make something substantial. Kill a frame off in one visit. Not that that will faze Williams, because he has all kinds of ways of winning. We've referenced his heavyweight scoring this season, but one of the best when the frames are awkward. Such a great snooker brain, so clever. Both players still in the 70s as regards pot success, which is well below par for both of them.
That could be a telling safety, though, from young Fan. Mark needs to catch this red as thinly as possible. Oh, he's done just that. Well played. Yes, both these players would have been hoping for a much better start in terms of their overall performance this match, but I think Mark Williams, with highest breaks of just 22 and 28, will be delighted to be 1-all. Very awkward queuing this for Fan Zhengyi. In the end, just tried to keep the ball safe, but the double kiss may have caused a problem.
Williams just overcutting the red, and in the process leaving it right on the lip of the pocket. Plaque at the moment is tied up. Positionally, sometimes these shots can be tricky, even though the pot itself is unmissable.
That wasn't really particularly well played by Fan. Needed to catch the red much thinner to allow the cue ball to advance further up the table for the blue.
Fan Zhengyi 1.
It's a bit of a struggle at the moment for both of these players to find their normal fluency.
Useful fluke, but the cue ball
1.
has finished in no man's land. But a chance here for Mark to play a useful safety shot. If he just rolls up to the brown, he'll probably snooker Fan on all reds. Oh, is that a little careless? The brown's gone in. That's the last thing Mark Williams wanted.
Quite ironic, really, given that pots have been pretty hard to come by in this match so far, and now finally one goes in, which was unintended, leaving Williams with a tough safety.
Foul. And a miss.
This could be a
Mark
free
Williams,
ball.
5.
This could be a
Fan
free
Zhengyi,
ball.
4.
It is. What a
Free ball.
chance.
Fan Zhengyi can't hit any edge of any red, in fact, so the green counts as an extra one. Further noise from the neighbouring table
1.
signals the completion of the 4th frame in last year's final. Of course, it was Mark Allen who came from 6-1 down to beat Zhengyi 10-7. They've shared the first 4 today. 2 apiece at the interval.
Six.
That was a poor misjudgment from Fan, I feel. Needed a lot more left-hand spin on the cue ball to take it into the reds and the black.
Fan Zhengyi 6.
And it's very difficult for both players
the
when they're
noise down,
struggling the way
please.
they are, because it causes you to lose focus and concentration. And of course, a drop in confidence is also the usual outcome of a poor performance such as this. Well, if Fan has blocked that left-hand corner, and I'm pretty certain that he has, that's extremely fortunate. Looked to have left Mark a choice of reds to that left corner, until 2 reds came across to block the pocket. That's a dreadful misjudgment from Fan. What a mistake he's made there. He's just gifted Mark Williams a golden opportunity here. Wanted to catch the red 4 ball, but didn't.
1.
Now, can Mark Williams finally get something going here?
Seven. 8.
'The red that Mark would like to get out of the way, I feel,
14.
is the one that's closest to the black spot. Because at the moment, you wouldn't really want to pot the black with that there because it would tie it up.
15. 21. 22.
So with the red, Williams will have not.
28. 29.
'Mark will need one of the 2 awkward reds there to win the frame from this visit. But he's got a good angle here to just stun up for the black. To be able to
36.
cannon them into play.
37. 44.
35 the lead. So just this red required. Nicely done.
45.
You've got to get those pretty much spot on, otherwise they'll rattle and stay out. It is just the one snooker. So this
Mark
frame
Williams, 45.
not over yet by any means. 36 the deficit, 35 remaining. Williams, though, with the advantage, but he knows still a bit of work to be done to ensure a 2-1 advantage.
Yes, these colours are in wonderful positions to try and obtain snookers. Well, I don't think that's quite a snooker.
Well, that's changed things.
Zhengyi 4.
Missed the red. The cue ball going in off the brown, so the frame is live again. 32 the difference, 35 there.
Yes, anybody's frame again. Not a ball safe. Mark will be very surprised to have failed in his attempt at escaping from that snooker. It wasn't difficult for somebody like him.
Eminently missable, this. Red in the centre of the table, plenty of space around it.
Well. Mark Williams 4.
So Mark Williams, having been a little concerned, no doubt, when he gave away the penalty points to make the frame live again, is surely now over the line in this third frame. Once again, it's not been pretty, it's been hard work. Break of 45, by far his best of the afternoon. Did most of the damage, got him over the line barring snookers. Fan got the snooker, but then found himself snookered once again, couldn't escape, and Williams has done the rest.
7. Mark Williams 7.
And so the
And
two times UK champion Mark Williams, who's not been to the quarterfinals here since 2016, moves 2-1 in front.
Frame 4. Take your seats quickly, please.
Quite a few spectators a little late to the party in returning to their chairs as we prepare for the start of frame 4, with Mark Williams having won back-to-back frames. A high break of just 45, but enough to win in frame 3. Average frame time so far in this match getting on for half an hour.
Thank you.
Williams now looking to forge a 2-frame cushion going into the mid-session interval. 6, of course, is the target for a place in the last 16. And a meeting with either Kyron Wilson or Jamie Clark. They're in action this evening.
Not the best safety shot there from Fan. Mark can attempt this red to the left corner. Oh, long way out though. He may have got away with this, although the red that he's played has finished in a potable position.
Sweetly struck from Fan Zhengyi, whose pot success remains at 76%. beg your pardon, now 78. That red now going in, but certainly well below the level it'll need to be if he's to prevail this afternoon. So he needs to pick his game up.
Eight. Nine.
Doesn't really have the angle on the black to go into the pack of reds, but there are still a couple of loose ones that could be played for. But now has an opportunity to
16.
leave a better angle on the black.
$17.
Once again a little straight, so I think he'll have to play for that remaining loose red at the top of the pack of reds, as we see.
$24. $25.
A little too much angle on the blue, perhaps. But as long as he can avoid the cue ball running into the pink, he should be okay here.
$30. Zhengyi, 30.
A 30-point lead, but not anything that's likely to frighten Williams. Where's the cue ball, though? Just shaved the jaw of the pocket, which kept it out. That would have been a heart-in-the-mouth moment for Williams.
Well, Mark's a tall man, he's over 6 feet, but can he reach this? Just about. Needs an angle to go into the reds, though.
7.
Well, he's certainly got one. It would be risky to play this with too much pace for fear of missing the pot on the black. So may just play it rather carefully with a trace of side just to try and develop a couple of reds. Yeah, it was never easy.
Mark Williams, 7.
Ah, what damage has he done? Wow, is the red on into the right centre? Tricky little pot, but if you can leave the cue ball somewhere close to the red that he's playing, the black may be available.
Wow. Seemed to come off the top jaw there at a rather peculiar angle. But it stayed out. That's the most important thing. A reprieve for Williams, and this is a big frame, of course. Williams has the opportunity here to move 3-1 in front, having lost the first frame. Fan has had a few chances since that opening frame, which he's not been able to score anything sizable off. And that's another opportunity that's gone begging. And can Williams now punish that mistake with something sizable?
Six. Seven.
Oh, Mark will be very disappointed with that outcome, I feel.
12.
Does the red still pot to the left centre? I was trying to catch the pack of reds, or what remained of the pack of reds, fully to be guaranteed a red to the left centre, but just slid off them ever so slightly.
Mark Williams, 12.
And that's not the best safety either. Fan Zhengyi could attempt a red here into the left corner. Maybe looking at one to the right corner if he can get through to it. Oh, he certainly could get through to it.
1.
Not the best cannon to the yellow, though. The black's potable, but very awkward cueing. Maybe too risky. Very good pot with hampered cueing. It wasn't quite as awkward as I thought it might be, but it was a good pot
8.
nevertheless, and he's okay on a red to the right centre. Oh, is he playing it into the green pocket? He is. Well played.
9.
Great chance this to draw level at 2-all. 20 points the lead. 2 or 3 more reds with colours are all that he's looking for.
And that was an excellent pot because there was certainly pressure on it, knowing if he'd missed, he was leaving
16.
Williams back in.
17. $24. 25. $32.
Just this red then.
33.
The crowd acknowledging that was frame ball barring Snookers. Big frame for Fan Zhengyi. It's been a pretty tough mini session this for both players really. Neither have been able to strike up any real fluency. Highest break remains Williams 45 in the previous frame.
38. $39.
lovely shot and the perfect cannon to promote the red, and this will be
46.
a nice tonic for Fan going into the mid-session break of around 15 minutes. He's taken these nicely.
47.
Got himself into a situation where this match is now a best of 7 from here.
$51. Fan Zhengyi, 51.
Fan Zhengyi with the first half century of this first round match on the opening day of the UK Championship live from the York Barbican. He's levelled up with Mark Williams, all to play for when they come back in around 15 minutes time. It's Williams 2, Fan 2, 6 required for a place in the round of 16.
Thank you. The fifth frame, Mark Williams to break.
So Mark Williams gets us back underway in frame 5 of this first round match here at the UK Championship. Williams twice the champion. 2 frames each. Lost the first, took the next 2 before Fan intervened to share the spoils before the break. The highest break of the match, just 51. That was in the 4th frame from Fan. Williams' best contribution of 45 in the 3rd. It's been quite attritional snooker in the main. At times the balls have been a bit awkward. Both players have struggled to get in and make real inroads at the sharp end of the table, but all to play for at 2 each, both needing 4 to go through to a round of 16 meeting with either Kyron Wilson or Jamie Clark. They're in action this evening. Over on the neighbouring table, Mark Allen now leads Zhengyi in a rerun of last year's final by 3 frames to 2.
Mark Williams exasperated there, having missed that red by so far. Didn't even threaten the pocket, and you can see the damage he's done. The red that he missed, rebounded, went into the pack of reds, dislodged a few. And at the beginning of this 5th frame, this is a wonderful chance for the young Chinese player.
And it was a really good break of 51 to clinch the previous frame, including one excellent retrieving red into the green pocket,
9.
which was missable under pressure.
$14. $15.
Made his Crucible debut back in the spring. Fan Zhengyi beat Stephen Maguire in the final qualifying round before losing out to the man on the opposite table, Mark Allen.
20.
Beat Mark Allen in the Shanghai Masters this season, an invitational event, of
21.
course, on his way to the quarters. And of course made the last 8 when he lost to Williams in Cheltenham at the British Open. Williams going on to win that title.
28. $29.
Just wonder if the red that's above the black at the back of that little group will pot. He certainly has a red to the right centre anyway.
36.
Albeit it's a little thinner than Fan wanted it to be.
$37.
Hasn't quite judged the positional aspects of that shot too well. May have to play for that slightly tricky red that's near the left corner.
$42.
This red may look rather straightforward, but it's anything but. Easily missed this.
Fan has now overtaken Mark Williams in the pot success stakes, now into the mid-80s from the mid-70s at one stage.
$50.
At first glance, that looks to be a rather awkward angle that he has on this red. Yeah, he's having to dig down into the cue ball here to play for the black in the same pocket. And that always made the pot more missable.
Zhengyi, 50.
A second half century break in as many frames, but obviously not enough to clinch the frame for Fan. Still plenty there for Williams.
$1. $8. Mark Williams, 8.
Looks to be a decent safety from Mark, purposely opening the reds into play there to put pressure on Fan's safety shot. It's worth mentioning also, I haven't mentioned it yet, but any of the top 16 players that are playing their first match here at the York Barbican, should they lose their initial match, they won't get any ranking points at all, so there's a lot of ranking pressure on some of these players, particularly the ones that are only just in the world's top 16.
Yes, because of course this tournament is the cut-off for the Masters in the new year, so whoever's in the 16 at the end of next weekend here in York will be guaranteed a passage to Alexandra Palace in the new year. Hossein Vafai, who's in action tomorrow evening against Sean Murphy in the first round, is one of those players who's hoping to sneak into the 16 in time for the Masters. Currently in 18th place. Ding Junhui on the neighbouring table in 17th. Ding was pushed into the qualifiers by Fan Zhengyi's success. Beg your pardon. Chang Anta's success at the International Championship, with both Zhang and runner-up Tom Ford moving into the 16 for the first time. Tatiana Woollaston with a quick look. Can Williams get himself back in contention in this frame? 42 adrift. With a red like that. Potentially yes, but the cue ball has run on into an awkward spot.
Mark Williams, 1.
Well, I've no idea what Fan can play here. The 6 remaining reds. Well, none of them are near the top cushion anywhere. It's very difficult here to rest upon something to leave things safe. 1 or 2 players I could mention. We'll just hit and hope here and play it at force and hope to put a couple of balls safe somewhere. Fan, though, trying to glance off this red, leave the cue ball near the top cushion. It hasn't worked. But at least he does have a little bit of insurance with the 2 reds near the right side cushion that favour a right-handed player. Mark Williams being left-handed, of course.
One. Eight. 9. 16. 17.
Mark was hoping that he could have just held for the pink to the right centre there, but wasn't quite straight enough on the red. So he's just a little out of position here. And now imperative
22.
that he can leave an angle on a colour to try and drop that cue ball in behind the 2 awkward reds.
$23.
Very unfortunate there. Ideally, it would have been better to have been on the black to stun off the top cushion and towards the reds, but he was coming into them from the side there. But he's back in the frame.
Mark Williams, 29.
Just 12 points between them, 43 left.
Beautifully executed safety shot from Mark Williams. He's in the box seat here now with fans snookered on both the remaining reds. Surely there isn't a gap through to them. Can he drop right in behind the red that's closest to the top cushion? Now, incredibly, there is a gap between green and brown. The problem is, you can only hit that red that's closest to the black full ball, so unless he can just swerve around the brown a touch. He's just trying to leave it on the cushion, but is this cue ball drifting off its true course? It must have been, and that's a mistake.
Mark Williams, 4.
Fan was off the shot very quickly there, concerned at where the cue ball was going to end up, missing the red, but even worse, leaving this for Williams.
1.
Nothing safe, so this is a chance for Williams.
8. 9.
Perfectly on the black to just roll it in. The cue ball will naturally run up for perfect position on the yellow. So needs yellow, green and brown. In fact, he'll need the blue as well, but it shouldn't be a problem.
18.
Normally, cucumber call in situations like this, Williams.
21.
His highest break in this match remains a modest 45, but it's a gilt-edged chance now for a 3-2 lead.
$25. 30.
Fan Zhengyi led by 50 points in this frame, but that 50 break
36.
has proved to be insufficient. Mark Williams getting in.
Mark Williams, 36.
And clearing to the pink to retake the lead here at the York Barbican. Not at his best today, Williams, but doing enough to be in front by the odd frame. He leads by 3 frames to 2.
Frame 6. Fan Zhengyi to break.
Fan Zhengyi breaking off in frame 6, got in with 50 at the start of the 5th frame, but they proved to be the only points that he was able to score, with Williams clearing to the pink for 3-2, and that's not a great break-off from Fan. Williams with an immediate chance.
One. Quietly, please.
I'm sure Mark Williams is very surprised that cue ball, with the pace that he played the red at, didn't
Mark Williams,
come
1.
in and out of bulk. So could only just roll up to the yellow.
Foul. No miss. Mark Williams, 4.
Has he left the red? Would appear he has.
1.
So the snooker that Williams laid behind the yellow could prove pretty significant in this frame.
Eight. 9.
Mark Williams may leave an angle on the black
16.
here to screw into the pack of reds. And that looks perfect.
17.
The red he'll hope to be on is the right-hand red at the bottom of the pack there. If he screws into the pack of reds, he could easily promote that to the right corner. Oh, he's glanced off it though. Can he see the red that's near the left centre?
24.
Opting instead for the red, for the green pocket. And he stayed down, he wasn't sure, and it was just wide.
Yes, he knew it was the only red he could leave. He could play for the black, leave the cube where he has done. There was nothing else that would have been possible.
Where's the red? Wow, that is absolutely extraordinary. And that could be very telling. He missed the initial red by a mile. But what a chance he's now got to make capital from that fluke.
Well, could that change the entire course of this match, I wonder? That will certainly hurt Mark Williams if Fan can capitalise on that piece of good fortune. Had that red not dropped,
5.
could have easily found himself 2 frames behind for the first time in the match.
Twelve. 13.
Well, for me, Fan must play a delicate cannon into those 5 reds here because he's guaranteed you'd feel to be on the red near the left centre. Oh, that looks to have worked out nicely. If he's not on the red to the left centre, he's certainly
18.
okay on the red to the right corner.
19.
Flukes are part of the game, and when you get one, the important thing is to make the most of your good luck. Because, as we know, it's a pretty fickle thing, fortune in snooker, and can turn very quickly. So, very important now that Fan makes hay from this unexpected opportunity, having missed the red just now and then having seen it fluke to the green pocket.
24.
Oh, I'm amazed Fan didn't take the cue ball in and out of bulk there. He's left himself a bit to do positionally here.
25.
Needs a bit of luck. Oh, it's not worked out too badly.
$28. $29. $36. 37.
Playing with a lot more fluency here now, Fan Zhengyi. Average shot time has just come down from 27 seconds
45.
per shot to 26. Mark Williams, though, much the quicker of the two at 21 seconds per shot.
$52.
So two reds and two high-value colours would mean that Fan wouldn't need that awkward red that's near his hand there.
53.
Half century for the third consecutive frame. Of course,
60.
the 50 he made in the previous frame was ultimately academic. This one was launched by that colossal fluke, and what a change that has made to the complexion of this match. Because Williams was just
61.
threatening to get on top and would have had a chance to go 4-2 clear had the fluke not come about, but this frame not quite done yet. 32 the difference, still 35 on the table.
Well, he's got to attempt the brown. It should have been straightforward, it isn't, but he doesn't need to necessarily play for the remaining red because the brown would put him safe just.
Brown ball.
That was a long way off. Too thick.
61.
So, Fan Zhengyi unable to fully capitalise on the good fortune with the fluke. This frame is still live for Williams. That's not the best though. Another chance for Fan. The red is all that's required. Getting a bit nervy out there at the moment.
Well, it wasn't straightforward, but the previous brown that he missed, which was frame ball, I was surprised to see go astray. Mark Williams shouldn't have a problem getting onto a high-value colour here, and he looks to have played this very well. We have a new favourite for this 6th frame.
And this will sting for Fan Zhengyi. It looked as though the fluke was going to lead him to 3 each and parity in this match. And now staring down the barrel of a 2-frame deficit, having twice had the opportunity to pop frame ball.
The tricky part of this winning clearance potentially for Mark Williams will be the pink, though. He'll need to be on it nicely to be able to get onto the black because he needs all 5 remaining colours.
11. $15.
Oh, well, he'd love to play that brown again. He's significantly short on the blue, so things not straightforward.
20.
A big shot this, the biggest of the match so far. Williams requiring pink and black for a vital steal, but the pink is tough and he needs position to go with it. Long way off. He had the position,
Williams,
but
20.
not the pink. And Fan Zhengyi breathes again. What a dramatic frame this has been. What a big one in the context of the match. Fan with a 3rd opportunity to pop frame ball for 3 each. Where's the pink? No. It's beginning to feel like a decider, and we're a long way from that.
Yes, both players recognising the importance of this frame. Mark Williams to level things up, or sorry, take a 2-frame advantage. Fan to level things up at 3-all. But has Fan been lucky there? Has he snookered Mark Williams on the pink?
Is it to be 4th time lucky for Fan Zhengyi? 4th opportunity to clinch this frame with 1 pot. But pressure is significant. This time he makes no mistake. That is a vital frame for Fan Zhengyi to win. It got extremely nervy. Started with that giant fluke. Mark Williams had the chance to punish. He missed the pink. And it's Fan Zhengyi who levels the match at 3 frames all.
Thank you, frame 7. Mark Williams to break. Take your seats, please.
By far and away, the most significant frame of the match so far has gone to Fan Zhengyi. It was looking as though Mark Williams was going to punish him. Didn't land nicely on the blue from the brown at the back end of the frame after Fan had got the fluke, got him with that break of 61, which wasn't enough to get him over the line. 3 times he missed frame ball, but eventually,
Keep the noise down, please.
at the 4th time of asking, potted the pink to the green pocket from distance. And so instead of a 2-frame deficit, honours even again. This time it's Williams with an indifferent break-off, but no position to go with the red for Fan.
Fan Zhengyi 1. Foul. And a miss.
Missed the red completely. We'll be hoping
Fan
this isn't a
Zhengyi
free
4.
ball, but it will be.
3 ball.
Now, free ball has been confirmed by our referee Tatiana Woollaston, but will it interest Fan Zhengyi? Could potentially pot the brown, but have to do a bit of work with the cue ball for position. So he's asked Mark Williams to play from where the cue ball has landed.
Touch and ball.
Crowd weren't sure whether that had reached before the referee confirmed touching ball. So good escape from Williams, no damage done.
It's going to be a bit of a mental test now for Mark Williams. That last frame that, well, began very well for Fan with that incredible fluke and a break of 61, the highest of the match. But it was Mark Williams in the end there that was the favourite to win the frame, and a bit of pressure just took hold of Mark on the final pink there, missed it by a long way, and he'll be disappointed not to have won that frame, Mark. He would have been 4-2 ahead. So he's got to try and dispel those negative thoughts now, and that's where snooker becomes a test for players, to put those disappointments behind them and try and focus on the task in hand. It's never easy.
One.
That's very nicely controlled from Williams, not just the red, but position to go with it. So an opportunity early to dispel that disappointment that Dom has alluded to.
Well, the pink spot's occupied, so that will have to go up on the brown spot, I feel. Well, I'm assuming the pink spot's occupied, is it? Yes. So the pink for now is a little bit out of the game.
7.
Up there on the brown spot. It may still pot into the green pocket, though.
8.
He'd love to win a frame in one visit, Williams. That has not been something he's been able to do today. His highest break remains just 45.
Well, I have to confess to being a little surprised the way Mark played the black there. But running through into the red, he couldn't possibly leave himself a good angle on this red to the left corner. But if he'd have stunned into the red, the cue ball could have just run through towards the right centre and he'd have had a much better angle. But maybe he was intending to play for this red all along into the left centre. Yeah, nicely played.
16.
Found the gap with the cue ball, so back in good position here, but he doesn't want to be dead straight on this black.
23. $24. 29.
Mark just checking to see if there's any chance of potting the red, running past the red that's just to the left of it for position on the black. It looks to be about right to play that shot to me. Oh, he cannoned the red. Is he on the black? Just about, maybe.
$37. $38.
Well, the pot on the red to the left corner isn't too difficult, but
43.
just needs to be careful positionally here, Mark Williams.
Mark
Never
Williams,
really had a tight
43.
rein positionally in that visit to the table, Mark Williams, and still a one visit break eludes him. 43 this time.
He's played a great shot there, found Zhengyi. Missed the cannon on the brown and the pink perfectly, and Mark is in trouble here now. He can just rest the cue ball against the three reds near the pink spot, but there is a gap, it would appear, just to a red on the edge of that little group there, and he was able to play through to it. Thought at first glance he was snookered.
Foul.
Missed that by quite a margin.
Mark Williams, 4.
It's a bit of a risk putting this back. I suppose he's got to because the cue ball's so close to the baulk cushion. But if Fan plays this well, he could put Mark in trouble. But this is a very difficult shot to play.
And really needs to hit it this time, otherwise he won't be able to play it again without risk of forfeiting the frame.
That's a good safety from Fan Zhengyi. This red will cut to the right corner, but it's far too dangerous to attempt to field. The cue ball will be cannoning into the reds and the black. Problem is, Mark Williams has to try and block that red off for his opponent. There may be a possible red on for Mark to the left corner pocket here, but it would have to be played as a shot to nothing. And this is too thick. This could be a mistake, a big one.
.42 in front, but one good pot from Fan, and he could be back in business, albeit that at the moment the black is tied up, the pink also on the brown spot, but the blue is available. Oh, he's missed the red by a margin though, and that could prove fatal in this frame. Chance for Williams to build on his 42-point lead. Albeit with a less than ideal table.
Very tricky to get onto a colour from this red that's close to the left corner. Oh, he's found a gap.
One.
Well, that's about as good as Mark could have hoped for. Oh, that's an excellent positional shot. Mark Williams, 48 points the lead. I think the black's available to the right corner.
Seven. $14. 15.
So this blue, one more red, and Williams will be retaking the lead, barring Snookers. Fan had the chance to get back in the frame, missed the red from distance. A red he would have backed himself to get. To leave Fan requiring one snooker to tie this red.
Well, there's no doubt about it. If you told Mark Williams before this match began that he'd be making breaks of 43, 45 and 36, but yet would be 4-3 ahead, he'd be surprised.
Yes, and he had the chance
24.
to be 2 frames clear in the previous frame. Would have irked him not to achieve that, given the position of the colours
25.
before he lost prime position on the blue, but he's made amends here. And once again, we'll be edging into a 1-frame lead. Fan left to reflect on
30.
what might have been had he knocked in the red from distance when the balls looked inviting, to get right back in the frame.
31.
So can Williams finally post a half-century in this match?
$38. 39. $46. 47. 54. Mark Williams, 54.
A 54 break from Mark Williams, his highest of the match, as he moves 1 frame clear once again. And within 2 of the round of 16 here at the UK Championship, he leads Fan Zhengyi by 4 frames to 3.
Thank you, frame 8. Mark Williams, Fan Zhengyi to break.
It is Fan to break off in his bid
Thank
to
you.
level
Take
this
your seat,
match.
please.
Once again, took the opening frame. Since then, he's been able to claw his way back to parity on a couple of occasions. Had the chance to at least get right back in the previous frame, but missed the long red, and Williams stepped in with his first half-century of the match. So 4-3 Williams, looking to go 2 up with 3 to play. Neither player will be thrilled with a break-off today. Half a chance here for Fan. Oh, goodness.
Mark Williams, 4.
cleverly using the side of the pack of reds there to deflect the cue ball back towards bulk. Not a shot that all players spot that. There may be a possible red on here for Fan, the red that's just above the pink spot. Fan would dearly love to get that black into play somehow by cannoning that red away from the black. But it won't be easy to achieve.
4.
Played for the red below the black to try and leave an angle on it to bring the black into play, but I don't think he
9.
has. He's too straight. We saw in that previous camera shot that the black isn't available anywhere.
Green ball. Zhengyi, 10.
Couldn't capitalise as he'd hoped to do from that excellent initial red, but he's got a good cue ball.
Just wonder if Mark Williams has a pot on here to the left corner. It's a thin cut, but the cue ball would be returning somewhere towards the green. Oh, good effort. It's been a frustrating tournament really for Mark Williams since he last made the last 8, which was 7 years ago, losing to Ronnie O'Sullivan. Since then he's been on the wrong end of 4 final frame deciding defeats and hasn't progressed further than round 4. Last year lost to Jamie Clark in the opening round when he was less than 100%.
physically.
Foul. No miss. Zhengyi, 4.
Not the first time
Free
we've seen
ball.
Williams with the one-handed attempted escape, but no joy on this occasion.
But it's a free ball, and this time Fan is nicely positioned on the brown to roll it into the centre pocket.
One.
Could do with playing for the red next to the pink here for my money, because the black's out of commission. But if you can get the pink back onto its spot, it will be available.
Three. Four.
Both players perfect with the rest today. 6 out of 6 from Fan, 3 out of 3 from Williams.
Ten. 11.
Well, he may have played for the red there at the bottom of that little group of 3, but has run too far for it. He may just still be on this red, though, to the left corner, the straightish red. Oh, or is he? It's tight. Don't know whether he played for this red. Well, did his level best to get onto a colour, but hasn't quite done so.
Zhengyi, 18.
Mark Williams would dearly love to get a bit of breathing space in this match and put himself 2 clear for the first time, and in the process within 1 of the winning line.
It's a well-played shot from Mark. Just a little unfortunate that red has become potable that's near the pink there, but unless Zhengyi can pot this red from off the side cushion, he can't get onto a colour, so you have to play off the side cushion first here and try and just flick the red in. That way he may well be on the pink.
One. Seven.
I just wonder if that black is
14.
on to the right corner. It may just be tied up by the red next to it. But nevertheless, this is a great
15.
chance that Mark's eked out for himself here. And he has the angle on the pink here to bring the black into play. Could cannon the red that's nearest to the black, which would leave the black available. He can still play that shot now, though. Deliberately left himself short on this red to just flick that red away from the black. Key moments coming up here in this 8th frame.
$22.
So Williams into the lead, another key frame.
29.
He'd certainly be a very firm favourite if he can win this frame. He'll have 3 opportunities to close the match out.
30. $38.
Mark Williams needs both of the remaining reds, but this one down the left-hand side cushion won't be a problem for Mark,
45.
being left-handed. But he is a little straighter on it than he wanted to be.
46.
And he's short of pace on the blue, so still not straightforward.
Keep the noise down, please. 51.
23 in front, so this is the key shot coming up for Williams. If this goes right, it should be 5-3. And in it
52.
goes to put him 24 in front. Just the black required to go 2 up with 3 to play. He certainly had to work very hard for this advantage today, Mark Williams.
59.
Finally made a half century in the previous frame. Another one here.
61.
And although he's playing well within himself, he's doing enough at the moment to get a grip on this match.
Mark Williams, 61.
And it's looking like a tall order now for Fan, assuming he can't get the snookers he needs here. 33 behind. Two of them to tie as things stand.
Three. Seven. Foul. Mark Williams, 7. Fan Zhengyi, 5.
Even
Frank
allowing
conceded.
for that
Frank,
foul,
Mark
there was
Williams.
way too much for Fan Zhengyi to do. So Mark Williams moves to the cusp of the second round here at the UK Championship at the Barbican. He leads Fan Zhengyi by 5 frames to 3.
Thank you, frame 9. Mark Williams to break.
Mark Williams seeking his 74th victory at the UK Championship. Twice a winner in 1999 and 2002. Leading by 2 frames for the first time in this match. 1 away from victory at 5-3.
That's an excellent red from Fan Zhengyi just when he needed to find one. He's under pressure now, was 3-all, but he hasn't made a 30 break in the last 2 games. And finds himself 1 frame away now from defeat. Has to be said, Mark Williams has definitely upped his game a little bit.
Five. Six. Thirteen.
Yes, not quite straight enough to hold comfortably for the black, but he can play for the pink. Into the right
14.
centre pocket, just left a gap there to play through for it. But the question is the pink spot occupied? 1 loose red to play for still. Now, if the pink does respot, will he still be able to get through to the loose red? Yeah, I think so. Pink spot is occupied. So referee Tatiana Woollaston having to place it in line with its own spot, and this top cushion as close to the spot as possible, but it must be in line with the spots as you see there. Referee will place the pink as close as possible to that red, but it mustn't be touching it.
$21. 26.
Very nicely done. No room to manoeuvre now for Fan Zhengyi. He's got to win the last 3 frames.
$34. 35.
The red at the back of the pack will pot into the left corner. Still has that red, of course, into the left centre pocket. Could go into the reds here. Well, the reason I suggested that is because he would almost certainly have still been on that red to the left centre.
40. $41.
A little bit of a stretch, this pink. But if he can win this frame and win it emphatically at
47.
this visit with a big break, that would just give him an injection of confidence. 1 down with 2 to play, he's still very much in the match
48.
if he can make that happen. Certainly taken these well so far.
Yes, he got in with an excellent long red to the right corner from Mark
55.
Williams' break-off shot. He's 60% on long pots, 6 out of 10.
56.
It looks like winning in this frame.
$63.
The highest break of the match.
64.
And he's taken these really well. This has been the most fluent snooker of the match in the nick of time from Fan Zhengyi. A reminder of what he's capable of and the snooker he produced in that sensational clinching of the European Masters in February of last year when he started as the world number 80. As a 750 to 1 outsider. Claimed the title at the expense of Ronnie O'Sullivan in a deciding frame. This frame now
76.
well and truly won, so he can relax, try and make a century. Would only be his 5th of the campaign.
77. 84. $85. 91. 92.
Can't beat his career high break as a professional, which stands at 139, made at the German Masters
98.
earlier this year. But the century is still very much on, and this really has been an outstanding break. What a time to produce it when you're on the cusp of defeat against one of the greats of the game. It's 29th as a professional, the crowd enjoying what they've seen at this visit. Can he now use this momentum to force a decider? Williams still with work to be done.
108. 112. 117. 123.
Fantastic stuff, it really is. A 130 total clearance from Zhengyi, who burst to life in the nick of time. Mark Williams broke off, that was his only shot. Fan cleared the table quite superbly. A 130 break, but Williams still leads by 5 frames to 4.
Thank you, frame 10. Zhengyi to break.
A quite magnificent total clearance of 130 from Zhengyi, keeping his hopes very much alive. 1 down with 2 to play now against 2 times UK champion Mark Williams. How significant is that break going to be? Can Fan run with the momentum he's built up there? Or can Williams get this done without need of a decider? Their third meeting, Williams having won the previous 2. It's a beautiful red from Williams. His long game has been, by his standards, a bit disappointing today. Now up to 50%, 8 out of 16, but that was a very good one.
Long way short of ideal position here, Mark. Don't think he can play for the black from this red to the right corner, but can he play a delicate cannon to the red to the left of this one for the pink? Yes, he can. Played it well. The red just above the black is the one that Mark would love to remove, because then he could bring the black into play and then play for the other red that's just to the left of the black, and that would free up the black entirely.
11.
So he needs a perfect angle really on the blue. Just off straight is what he's looking for, and that looks to be perfect. So a big shot coming up for Mark Williams. There are 2 shots he can play here. If he's high on the red above the black, he can just play the cannon into the red that's next to it. That's exactly how he has finished, so that's exactly how Mark wanted to play the shot.
17.
So he can bring the black into play immediately now.
18.
He's just seen his opponent clear the table off his own break-off. Could he possibly return the compliment and in the process book his place in the round of 16? Long way to go, but this is an encouraging start to the frame from
25.
Williams. Excellent red to get in.
$26.
I wonder how this pack will develop here when Mark goes into them, because I don't think they're a great pack to go into from the black. How's it worked out? Is he on anything? Is that red that's close to the left centre cuttable?
33.
It may look so, but it's very missable.
One of those shots that is way trickier than it might appear on your screen. This has got to be perfectly struck. Yeah, he made a difficult little shot routine there, Williams. Would have been so easy to just catch some of the jaw, and that would have been enough to keep the red out.
Problem was he couldn't do anything with the cue ball, though. It's set to roll that red in, so
39.
finished the wrong side of the blue. So has another testing red to attempt here, and there's pressure on it because you'd expect him to be leaving Fan Zhengyi an opportunity if this doesn't go in.
40.
Yeah, it was a good shot, as a member of the audience emphatically pointed out. Terrific cueing again from Williams. He's taken a pretty sizable blow in the previous frame, that sparkling century clearance from his opponent, but
47.
how typical of him it would be to respond with something similar to get the match won. Such a wonderful match
48.
temperament.
Well, you can see there at the top of that little group of 6 reds, there is a plant available into the left corner, and I do feel Mark will have to play for it because he's dead straight on this blue, it would appear. Not guaranteed to finish on a colour, but he must put all his effort and concentration into this plant. It has to go in, because he will be developing reds.
Is that the winning shot for Williams? Break goes to 54. Not much more to be done now.
$61.
Red and the black. Fan Zhengyi would need a snooker.
$62.
And the blue means one more red will do it for Williams. And what a finish to this match, which at the beginning was a bit of a struggle for both. Neither could find any
67.
fluency. At times the high value colours were a bit awkward.
68.
But it's burst into life at the back end. The 130 total clearance from Fan to keep his hopes alive. But what a response from Williams to now be on the cusp of victory. He's to make sure. What a classy break it's been. Only 59 remaining. So the game is surely up for Fan
75.
Zhengyi, who's still waiting for a first victory over the reigning British Open champion, who's had a pretty indifferent time of
76.
things at the UK Championship. Just one quarter-final appearance since he last made the title match way back in 2010. Could this be his year to go deep?
$82. 83.
Well, Mark Williams has certainly given him something in terms of confidence to take forward into the next round. With this performance in the last few frames of this match, it's been very, very good from him.
86. Mark Williams.
Mark Williams saves the best till last, his highest break of the match, to get it won and move into the round of 16 here on the opening day of the UK Championship. Zhengyi produced a superb 130 break to keep his hopes alive, but Williams responded impressively, and that run of 86 books his place in round 2 at the Barbican by 6 frames to 4.